Hi everyone, this is practice test 7, question number 4 on the non-calculator section of the math portion of the test. Now, which of the following is, complex numbers is equal to, and then you are given an expression for I equivalent to square root of -1. Now, to quickly mention, complex numbers and the imaginary units are covered in Algebra 2 and Pre-Calc, so most of you should already be familiar with it. However, just to note for this particular problem, there's two things we have to remember. The imaginary unit squared equals -1. That's why imaginary units are introduced to address the square roots of negative numbers. And also, how do we add imaginary units? Well, we add them like we do any like terms and expressions in algebra. You add the coefficients and keep the variable. In our case, the imaginary unit. So I'm going to rewrite the expression and start simplifying it, because that's what the question is actually asking us to do. Pay attention to the negative sign in front of the second parenthesis. That negative sign has to be distributed. The first parenthesis is positive, so I'm just gonna take them out of there. So that's what I end up with. Here comes the one thing I have to remember, that the I squared has to be replaced with -1 when I'm simplifying complex numbers expressions. So that leads me to the next line. Note here, instead of I square, I plugged in -1. That's part of my simplification process. -1 times -9 is going to be +9, so here I am. At this point, I simply will combine like terms. That's all I'm doing. So the answer is 14 plus 18i, and I pick D as the correct answer. That's it.